Hey, hey, hey. Nice to see you. Hopefully, you can hear me. I am here. I am here indeed. And we are going to do some stuff, is what we're going to do. I feel like this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So, I have some PRs to merge. Hopefully, some PRs, and then I'm going to do a release. And I'm going to merge an article as well. So, am I allowed to spoil anything? Do you want spoilers or do you want like secrecy? I can do both. We can be secret. We can also what do people think? I want to know. A bit of both. Oh, Daniel, as seen on Code TV. First draft. First draft? What kind of spoiler is that? Have I basically fully spoiled everything? This is a lot to... Okay, incoming change, I think. Interesting. Spoiler not found. Okay, first draft. First draft? I'm so confused. What are you talking about, first draft? First draft. Yes, I basically, I will only be known... Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, let's see. Have I pushed that? Hopefully that will resolve some... the merge conflict. And ready for review. I'm merging some breaking changes to the Nuxt main branch. And what can I say? Oh, I think that might be a... I'm not sure if that's right. This is basically dropping the assets and public aliases, which can cause some issues with... well, one, we don't need them really, but it's bad practice in general to import from just assets or public directly. You want to maybe have something else in the alias, like a hash or another symbol. Yep, exactly. Twitch is going to be better. Also on Restream, I think it might even be on Algora. Which, yeah, there we go. I am live. Bug bounty. Oh, what a shame. Oh dear. Look at that. It's so frustrating. It's very sad. I wish we could figure out what the issue was with the multiple streams. Like, but there we go. Okay, so this is a nice PR. It is a breaking change. And why, you might ask, Daniel? Why are you? Yeah, that will solve some things, but it also has there is another step to do, which actually relies on upstream changes in Vue itself, because it basically doesn't allow aliases starting with a tilde, which is why the assets alias actually makes a difference at the moment. Why is it not used? That's interesting. If that is a valid, observation, let's check it out. Utils. Okay, looks like maybe it isn't used. Okay, utils pass, or I'll look for it in pass. Yeah, okay. So we don't need to export the don't need to export node. Cool. Amazing. Factor drop. Okay, we'll keep this as a set of type imports and then a single real import. There we go. I'm afraid there's going to be some merging of stuff, which is, I guess, a bit frustrating because I would like to actually get to the releasing point. But okay, so the spoiler is, I am actually on YouTube as well, Saul. So I think you should be able to find me on Daniel Rowe. So I should be live. Hey Q, there we are, live. So I think if I actually watch myself, that would be a very problematic like circular loop. So, but okay, chore. Yeah, that is, I guess, a chore. I'll call it a refactor. Cool. It looked like, I think, everything was working for what it's worth. And nice spot from CodeRabbit. And but yes, was it working? Where was the last push? Cool. So we'll see. We'll see about that. Okay, but yes, if you want a spoiler, I am using Restream. That's exactly how everything is going. But yeah, and yes, nice to see you, Q. So here's the spoiler. And you're obviously my closest friends here. So I think I can tell you without you telling anyone else and spoiling it. But we have here a pull request, which only 2 people have seen so far. So I feel like this is a decent spoiler. Have a look at that and let me know what you think. Do you have questions? Do you think it could be better? We're not releasing V4 today. We are releasing, however, an alpha of V4. And we have a defined roadmap to the final stable release. But TLDR, we are not including Nitro 3 in the Nuxt 4 release. So yeah, have a look and see what you think. If you have questions, if you think it could be better, I would really like to know. And maybe we'll get some changes into the actual final version of that. Ooh. This presumably is something I did. Let's jump there. Why would alias? I think we just have to pull this in a different place. Okay, so basically we want to, was this an entirely new thing? Sorry if I'm very distractible, but I really, really, really want to know what you think about the, yes, Israel, nice to see you. It is a nice t-shirt. All the cool people were here. And I still need to apply this tattoo. But I also have this extremely cool keyring. Mad view. Okay, so that was presumably a totally new addition to Vite, which is fine, but Webpack, that's where we've got to add it. Okay, so we're going to drop this here, and we do have, I think, a Webpack alias. And we're just going to pull it in here, base alias, and it's just going to be like this. So we're going to need that, and then that. and drop that. So basically, oops. Cool. And I guess that's context. Cool. And base name needs to be added, but we presumably resolve is already, yeah, great. Refactor, move alias definition into Webpack Builder. And I think we're going to do the same with the Vite one actually, now that we're at it. So we're just going to pop this in here where we have base name. We'll pop that into Vite, and we have alias there. So we're just going to put that there. And then we have, and then base name import. Cool. And then we can drop this section from the Vite config as well. I think it's just totally gone. So the schema Vite will drop entirely. Okay. Cool. And that, I think, should be good. Okay. Ooh. So. You're making comments. I didn't spot it. Oh, Steve, nice to see you. Randy, end of life support. It should be in that article. And Woof, yes, Matteo. Yes, the docs, we do need to change the sidebar structure. And I think there's also, that is actually mentioned in this, this issue. Maybe I should link to it. That's probably a good idea. So we do have a few things, including that one. And you'll also see a pull request on Nuxt.com, which I think is already a work in progress. It's some great work from Hugo, who I think might be here as well, to add versions dropdowns to the documentation. So I don't know if it will work, but we actually have a dropdown to select 3.x, 4.x. And that's going obviously in progress. So we should have the ability to swap between different docs. Oh, Steve, I'm delighted to hear that. That is phenomenal. So Nuxt 4, well, an auth module should be compatible with Nuxt 3 or Nuxt 4. And it, yeah, that's on the roadmap, but Sebastian is working on that. Cool. So, what's going on? Oops. Cool. Okay, I think this is good. To merge. This one, I also want to merge. And yes, I need you all to... okay, so you made a couple of points which were helpful. Okay, so one, I think we should probably link to that. What was it called? That, like the PR that Hugo's working on doesn't have to be out before the release. Like, we're going to take our time to get that right. But mostly what we're doing is we are setting out a timeline. Like, that's what really matters here. I'll add this at the bottom. You can follow the progress of the remaining tasks. Well, we can do that as well. Via this by checking this issue and the Nuxt4 milestone, which we do have here. Okay. Oh, that's probably in the Nuxt docs. Okay. Info. Obviously don't use this enough to. Why is this? We're just single alert. Info. What am I thinking? Call out, maybe? Okay, we'll try that. Maybe just a call out. So we'll do that. Cool. We might also update or make the formatting a little better. This browser is actually just Firefox in a totally normal way. No, this isn't going to include Fetch DTS. This is not going to include Nitro version 3 at all. So the whole thing of Nuxt4 is that we're just going to go ahead and release it. So no more delays, people. And then we'll have a Nuxt 5, probably within a month or two. But the good thing about this strategy is that it means we're not delaying releasing the breaking changes that we have currently. It means we can already go ahead and migrate things rather than waiting until Nitro is in fact out. I will push that up. Okay. Now let's just have a look at, come on people. CI is so frustrating when you're ready to go, but it's holding you back. Unfortunately, there's another thing we should probably run, and that we should run another ecosystem CI. This is going to fail, like lots of stuff fails just because of types, not because of anything else. Like this is just, yeah. I think we might need to run that well. We probably could make a basically handle emitting some, what is it, utils? Emit a file which would turn off the strict index access checks, which I think is the main cause of these failures. So what is the step? How are we doing it? So Okay. Cool. I think this is what we're doing. So basically, we're going to do, okay, what's the syntax here? TypeScript, tsconfig, compiler options, strict, what is it? Strict. Indexed access. That's it. TypeScript tsconfig compiler options, no unchecked indexed access. So we'll do that. Oh, actually, I think we can just do append. There we go. Okay, let's try rerunning an ecosystem test that was failing from here. Like, what's a simple one? Maybe testutils, because it seems like there's a lot of stuff there, and I think that is what it is. But let me just confirm. Okay, testutils, and we have a test here. Yeah. Config is coming from. Oh, this is odd. Well, we can rerun it and just see what happens locally. So let's run that. npm test utils. Martins, nice to see you. Yeah, there's some fun things. Ah, note. That would be good. Ethan, I love it. That's very funny. Yeah, Hugo, I love the. Okay, where are we? We're running this. Building Next right now. Okay, built. Okay, more people have seen it. That's you guys, I guess. Okay. Come on. Merge. I want to merge you. Sounded like a threat. I want to merge this. Ah, yeah. Okay, what is failing? That's presumably, I hope that's a, yeah, that's fine. We might be able to merge some things. We are hopefully, so Martins, you would basically, yeah, have a look at what Hugo. I did, Rigara. You were an instrumental part of that decision. For anyone who was wondering, I said this. And Rigor says this. And so that is why we are here today. Okay. Right. So where are we? Okay, it failed. This is not. Oh, it failed because there's some stuff in it. CD. Try that again. Someone messaged me, I don't know if it was any of you, they were like, please will you have more regular streams? As in a schedule that you can actually know in advance. But obviously I'm obviously keeping you on your toes, just random. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll stream, maybe I won't. It's all up to you as to whether you spot it at the last minute. Todd, nice to see you. Okay. Okay, so this failed. Interesting. Oh. What is this? I feel like this is probably just a type issue, right? But I wonder why. What's going on here? Yeah. Okay, so why did... so we should have written that .nuxt.c, but obviously we didn't. So that's great. We know this is what we were trying to do with our setup environment. So where is this going? So basically we should set up the workspace and so why would this fail? Let's just say console log nuxt.c. Let's try it one more time. It might be that the workspace is already set up, for example. Feels like that didn't run. Yeah, that definitely did not run. So, okay, so that might be the wrong place somehow. Setup repo maybe. So, where do we do that? Okay, we call this somewhere. Okay. What we want to do is apply package overrides. Okay, let's try that. Probably not the best, most beautiful way of doing it, but we just need to, we just want this to work, right? So let's see. I guess it's not quite the stage where that happens. Okay, should be a second. Yeah, okay. So let's see if that is going to pass now. Yeah, okay. So basically, hey, the reason I sent you that link is obviously because spoilers are fun, but two, do you have any changes or questions that you think people will want to know the answers to? Because we can improve that post, right? Like that, it's not done. We can make it better post. If there's something that we should include. Actually, I think Hugo said I should use a different. Maybe should use info or something like that. I think so. I don't know. Like some of these things make sense to say later, in terms of in the actual version 4 release. No. It definitely does not. Like this is what passes, almost nothing. But a lot of this is type related because we have a slightly stricter type. Interesting. Oh, that's nice. Like this is a feature because now we basically have the correct types for things. I think the correct name. So that is a good change. Okay, so let's just pass this temporary workaround for type failures for stricter next form types. Ignore and I think we probably want to do that only if it's version 4. So if we're testing main, yeah. If, what is our if? So basically we have here our options. Okay, so if options next major is 4, okay. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, that's good. So that's fine. It's still something people are going to need to fix in their modules, but anyway, we can Woof, do you think I should add like a line in the roadmap that talks about that? I could, right? Like it's doable. This is one more that would be nice to get in, but it's missing a test. But it might be that I can figure out how to do it. But it needs a very brief, very brief. Okay, so basically, what are our changes? We have a new merged watch. Okay, what were the changes we made previously? Okay, what were the changes to this? Okay, file history. We had I think it was the HMR change, and I think it was somewhere else, so I think it was down there, so it might not have even been up here, but maybe it was that. It's unclear to me why we're doing it this way. Okay, so let's just see what those changes were if we come in. So it was the undefined bit, I guess. Yeah. That's it. Okay. So we'll check that in a sec. 7, 19. Okay, ecosystem CI, how are we doing? So this is also a type thing. Bridge does not exist. Yeah, that's problematic because the ecosystem CI is just going to give us lots of type changes because we've made some changes. It's not that helpful before the alpha release, but it's going to be very useful when we actually start making PRs to these modules to fix them if there are issues. Okay, so I think I think your point about that reassurance is good. Let's see what we can do. So one, what did Hugo say we should use? He said note. Okay, we'll do note. So note it is. Then we said, so I talk about this one. You don't want to leave anyone behind, and my main aim for this migration is to ensure that it's as smooth as possible. if there are issues, we will absolutely extend that window. We don't want to leave anyone behind. Okay, does that sound good enough, Woof? Do you think that's going to handle the worries people might have? Okay. How are we doing? Lots of red X's. Bridge is not going to work. This is dropped support for bridge for sure. And Histoire wants node 22, which is presumably it would fail anyway. Tailwind CSS. I think this is also failing anyway. Like the main branch of ecosystem CI is failing for Histoire for the same reason. So this one is 3.x, and this is a minor issue. It's just a snapshot change of the image. So it's like the blob is a little bit different, probably because the font has changed slightly. Histoire has the same issue, I think, which is it needs node 22 now. DevTools is a build failure, and I'm guessing that's probably also true of DevTools. Yeah, just that's not an ecosystem CI issue. And I18N, interesting, doesn't have branch main. So let's fix that. So what's the branch? Should we be, yeah, what should we be pulling? Next? Tell me, Bobby. I need an answer. Should we, okay, so we are going to change ecosystem CI to point to I18N. This should be branch next. Cool. Okay, so that is the previous version, and like that's the current 3.x. How are we doing here? Okay, so a couple of other changes we can make. So one is, by the way, I don't know if this is just me being me, but I like to keep changes as small as possible when I'm reviewing an external PR. I mean, this isn't an external PR, this is Julian, but I still like to do that. So we have this on scope disperse. Now, the only difference here is that it's changed the name. So we're just going to try and add that line back, and we're going to add these line breaks in just to make it match. And then we have this, and it feels to me like we should just be able to do it the other way around. So we have key, and we basically have, oh, I see why he's done it that way. But still, I think we just want to do it like this. So new key, old key. And we're going to do, make them underscore, and then do this. So I'm not clear why we have to do to value. I think they're already think we can just do this. Okay, what were the things we did here? Cool. Okay, I think we can do this. So this is actually quite a minor change. It seems safe to me. And cool. Refactor, simplify key. Okay. Cool. Okay. So that seems fine. This is still going on. Let's see if we can run this. Oh, is there a problem? Oh, we can ignore that for now. Let's just run a selected PR on i18n. So we're going to test 18n module, and we're going to do 3.x just so we have a base. Okay, so we'll check that as well, and then see how we're doing with this. What kind of changes are these? Sanity is actually explicitly, I need to fix that. So it needs to update its module, because right now it indicates that it's only compatible with Next 3.7. So we'll put this greater than or equal. Fix indicate module is compatible with 3.4. What else? Stroll still fell. Okay, Vite PWA, what's this? It looks like it's a type issue. Bridge does not exist in type Nuxt compatibility. That will also be, that'll be a problem for almost all modules that, okay, basically I'm not hugely worried. This is an alpha. This will be a chance to adopt. We're expecting there will be bugs because it's an alpha, particularly with things like modules. And yeah, we'll fix those. But I think that shouldn't hold up the release here. Let's rerun some PRs. Okay. Cool. And where are we? We're nearly there. Okay, roadmap. We were still going to change that post a little bit. So Anything else that anyone spots? Okay. I'm excited. I am really excited. I do not expect lots of refactoring for users. People don't even have to adopt the new directory structure, although I think that they should. The other thing that's worth calling out is that we have currently a migration guide for trying things out in version 3, but we don't have a migration guide for moving to Nuxt 4, because some of the options that you have in Nuxt 3 for sort of like going back to the current version 3 approach, well, actually, they don't work. They won't necessarily work for Nuxt 4, as in we've deliberately removed them as options. It was a tricky one. We had a whole discussion. We asked on social media for people's opinions, but the problem is there's other source material in your code. So your server, for example, has a source. Equally, you have modules and other pieces of code. And okay, great, this is ready to go. Good. Can also merge these other little tiny PRs. Why is this not showing up? Why is he not in the list? We are so close to this actual release. I hope you're excited, because I'm so excited. Like, on the one hand, it's not a super big deal, because it's not the final release. There's lots more to go. This is just the beginning rather than the end, but it's big. Yeah. I have thoughts about that. I have opinions. Oh, this is reassuring that I18 is going so well. Although that is the 3.x branch, not the latest. Are these all type failures? Yeah. that's all type failures, but this is a little bit different. I'll have to look at that a little bit in a little bit more detail. Yes, Mate, I totally agree with that, by the way. So ask that question first. And also I would like to search modules, so like we can show those modules. So like ask a question, then show those modules, but also let users type and search as you type, search the Nuxt modules repo. I think that would be a very important thing, because otherwise, like, we're not just aiming to get people to install core modules. Like, this is about configuring your project for anything that you might have in mind. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's great. That would be fantastic, Mate. There's one more thing I need to do, which is actually we have this OXC for on prehydrate needs to be updated following the merge of Mate's PR. Okay, prehydrate, we basically just need to pull in transform and minify from there. Cool. And then here, I think, oh, this is the PR, right? We have, instead of ESBuild, actually we'll just move that, accept current change, and then get rid of all of these things. There we go. That's right. Cool. And this one just needs both those changes, and then we run an install. Cool. So there we go. And I don't think we need the same shape thing. That was just for ESBuild, I think. There we go. Cool. Cool. Excellent. Do we need to have the target here as well? Okay, push. Yep, okay, I18N is working on the next branch with 3.x. We'll need to see if it's still working with version 4. But it won't be here because there is no branch. Okay, sitemap. I think we're blocked by CI. Okay, I'm ready to go. I need to merge these PRs though, and then release a release candidate. How about this? I am going to go and have some dinner, and we're going to wait for everything to merge, and I will stream a little bit later on, so this evening, and we'll do the final release. How does that sound? If anyone wants to go ahead and try it out, see if you can spot any issues before we actually release it. Oh, that's a pain. I hate it when I accidentally add myself as a co-author, because I didn't. That was totally Mate. But sorry about that. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go, but I am going to stream later, and we'll do the final release of an alpha, and hopefully get that done. Okay, thank you everyone for joining, and I'll see you later. Bye.